Hey yo, welcome back to GoGoJuice. My name is Josiah.
My name is Jairus.
And in today's episode, we are talking all about motivation, how we stay motivated, how you should stay motivated, motivation in general.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Alrighty, so Bug, you do a lot of things in your daily activities, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain a few of those and before we get into it?
Well, I have practice almost every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, can take a toll on your body, obviously,
for sure.
and mental.
Mm-hmm.
But so I do that. I'm always doing the forex trading, doing that. And
care to explain forex?
Forex is just the foreign exchange market. You're basically trading a currency in that market, and you're running it pretty much. That's a simple way of explaining it. But so on top of that, just trying to figure out life. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure. No, so you got a lot on your plate, basically.
Yeah, I'm pretty much busy most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Editing and all
now
that.
Now we have the podcast on top of that,
which is not like a problem, but it
one more thing to your agenda for every day, for sure.
Yeah.
And you're only 17.
Yeah.
And so you got a lot going on.
Yeah, next year is gonna just be more.
You got school again. I mean, obviously right now it's
school,
summertime, but when school comes around,
season.
Yeah.
And finally being an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, January.
Crazy, man.
Mark your calendars. And and you, what's up with you?
So as of right now, I have Smile Bright Apparel, which you're repping right now. So shout outs to you. I just actually, literally before you came, I just finished my first class for the summer semester. So I'm at Cerritos College.
Yeah.
So I have school now.
You got your education?
Yeah, seriously. So I have Smile Bright, Cerritos College, and then I have my health coaching. So those are the three things right now. And then obviously the podcast, and then church, ministry, all of that stuff. So that's pretty much every day.
Pretty full plate.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So I guess my question to you then is, how do you stay motivated? Because with you, it's more of the physical, right? So you're working out multiple times, times a day, right? Almost every day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, what motivates me is because I know my limits, right?
For sure.
And I try to push myself so I can pass that, right? Because I just want to be great. That's the main goal. I'm gonna put that. Just put like a shake. But So on top of that, just because I'm the senior right now, so we kind of have to lead the younger guys.
For sure. Yeah.
So I have to be the prime example, pretty much.
Yeah.
Same with our other seniors, and just running that team. We have to have that mindset. And serve that as example to them, so that we can all work as a team.
Yeah, definitely.
And push each other, and then I just want to be successful, just in general, and I want to have that. I want to take on every task that I do with that very hardworking mindset.
Yeah, good work ethic for sure.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
And you?
So it's more about being there. So in different areas, you have different motivation for different areas. I guess you can say.
I do, but in the end, they all work together.
Okay, so they can integrate. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's leading, for example.
Yeah.
Leading on the football team, it's gonna work on into if I create a business.
Yeah.
Leading by example.
Leading,
or,
for sure.
Just being a person in general, just trying to be that leader.
Yeah.
Is the main goal.
Yeah. No, and you have good leadership quality to you. I guess for me, my motivation comes from a few different things. One of the biggest things, obviously, is God.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Yes.
My entire life is stemmed around God, the church.
Which it should be.
Yeah, ministry. I'm like I mentioned in episode 1. I'm heavily. I messed up. I messed up the first time I said that. Heavily involved at my church. No, I serve in multiple positions. At the church, and so a lot of my motivation stems from that, just serving God, serving community, and serving others. I think that's where my motivation comes from, is just being a servant leader, I mentioned in I think it was Episode 2?
I think it was last episode, yeah.
If you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and check out episode 2. That lasts like
very good
10, 15 minutes. There's some good nuggets in there. But what's it called? So yeah, so my motivation kind of just comes from being available and just trying to help others, you know, as Jesus led and helped others. That's kind of where I come from. I guess it's easy to find motivation. It's kind of hard to keep motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Keep that motivation. I mean, keep that, keep that motivation and keep it consistent.
When adversity comes, it could be really easy, especially with the things that we're doing, right? So like this podcast, let's say we're not successful with it or it doesn't blow up how we want to. We could easily just be like, I'm good.
Whatever.
Like, yeah, exactly. Or even just like, or in football, you could, you know, give up and be like, well, I'm about to graduate. Why do I care about the underclassmen, you know? So I think the real problem, and I guess this applies to everyone really, is it's more so being successful starts off with motivation and ends with discipline. Yeah. You know, in my experience with just the clothing brand, I've failed so many times. I'll be honest with you. In the fall and winter of 2020, so that was within the first 4 months of starting the clothing brand. Yeah. Bro, I had a real hard time, and I was real frustrated. Not gonna lie. You know, I had a lot of people, when I would put the new stuff on Instagram, I'd have a lot of people be like, "Oh, bro, like that's sick, dude. I'ma cop that." You know. Yeah. And then once the pre-sale comes, I get like 1 or 2 orders.
They don't buy it, yeah.
Then the official drop date comes, and then I get like maybe 5 or 6. I remember, bro, for the longest, even before I started the clothing brand, when I was telling people like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start the clothing brand," they're like, "Oh, dude, are you gonna sell hoodies?" And I was like, "Yeah, eventually." From the beginning of August all the way through December, bro, as soon as you sell hoodies, I'm gonna cop like 3 of them. As soon as you sell hoodies,
and then
I sold hoodies, right? I got 9 orders. Ooh. And then, I mean, I understand now. We live and we learn and we grow, you know.
But it takes a toll on your brain.
For sure, you're just like, dang, where's all this support, you know?
Yeah, where's the love?
Yeah, because the love and the support is what got me motivated in the first place. But then I feel like I failed, you know, or you know, well, this thing behind me says, you know, you never fail, you just learn, right? Yeah. So I guess it was a learning opportunity, really. And I guess it's nice to have that kind of perspective where you don't really fail in everything. You're given an opportunity to where you can learn from your mistake and move forward. But at that time, I was like, dang, bro, like, what happened, man? Yeah. And it's not that.
It was just like the hype didn't feel like
it didn't match the results. Yeah. Exactly. And it wasn't even that the hoodie was a bad design. In my opinion, I put a lot of. It was more sentimental to me. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was more sentimental to me because the message on the back. Yeah. You know, just. And if you don't have that hoodie, you probably should have bought it. I'm just kidding.
Come on now.
But if you don't have that hoodie, basically, the theme for last December was "This Too Shall Pass." I mean, 2020 was a rough year, and it kind of just served as a reminder of, although there are bad days, you know, the Bible says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." You know, the rainbow comes after the rain. You know, every storm after the storm, there's beauty after it. You know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of the message I was trying to put forth, you know, to give people hope. And so it was very, like, sentimental to me. And so it sucked even more so when, like, there were less purchases than I had anticipated. Yeah. I mean, the colors were nice, that navy and that stone. And then, I mean, you got the chance to wear one of those. Did you keep it or no? No. So yeah.
I told you I said hope.
Yeah.
And my voice just, like, was not coming out.
Today.
I was like,
yeah. No, yeah. But, like, you felt the hoodie. That was a nice hoodie.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was really comfortable.
It had like really good fabric.
It's
very
called,
good quality.
It's this kind of like sponge fleece. That's what it's called. Sponge fleece material. Super nice. But anyway, so stuff like that, like I felt personally like I was really let down, you know?
Yeah.
And I was having a hard time because I was like, bro, like I went and hoodies cost a lot more. Like, so if you don't know, I make everything in my room. So my entire brand is produced out of my bedroom. So I have my computer where I make the designs, my Cricut machine where I cut the designs out, and then my heat press where I melt the material into the clothing.
He has like a full showcase on his page.
Yeah, so go check that out. But yeah, so the hoodies themselves, they cost, because they're the blanks. The hoodies themselves are a lot more expensive than a t-shirt. Like they're 3 times more expensive. And so at that point, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do hoodies. So I marked them at $45. Now, what I didn't understand at the time was, or I didn't consider, like, COVID had screwed a lot of people's finances up. And so I'm selling $45 hoodies.
Well, you're just trying to make up for the money that you
for the money, exactly. So then eventually I brought it down to 35. Didn't really make a difference. So, but instead of, I guess I could have taken it more as a failure on my part, but then I started being considerate of other things and paying attention to, again, learning opportunities, right? So anyways, but it just took a lot more to produce something like that and a lot more effort behind it. And it didn't produce the results that I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? And so to stay motivated after that, you know, again, it's all about perspective and having discipline and be like, all right, well, the next time I drop hoodies, I'm going to make them better, you know, or I'm going to market it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to change what I did from the first time so that the second time I'll find more success. And I guess that can be applied to, like, let's say you with football, you know, maybe training, like when you said I think you mentioned it last episode, where your coach gave you guys a new training regimen. You know, okay, well, this didn't work last season, so now we're going to try something new so that this season we're successful. And I would say you guys were pretty successful this season, this past one that you had.
We were all right.
Yeah.
We could have done better.
From what I saw. Of course, there's always room for improvement and growth.
But like, having that motivation also shows how you are as a person.
Yeah, for sure.
It shows your true character. And you know, that's kind of why I like try to keep myself motivated, because if I like go lower than then that's just bothering me, like, personally.
Yeah, for sure.
I obviously gonna probably let some people down. Yeah. But on a personal level, like, it hits harder.
Yeah, it has to matter to you too.
Because as a person, you know, I want to do certain things, and
for sure.
When I don't reach or meet that level, then it bothers. Man.
Oh man. Your voice isn't very motivated today.
No, it's not. It hasn't been warmed up. Yeah. But
probably should have warmed up before.
All right, what were we talking about? I forgot.
Taking it personal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took that voice crack personal.
Oh, the comments, bro. They're gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope Chris is like clowning me.
Yeah, feel free to give some constructive criticism about the voice
how to fix my voice cracks.
Yeah, if you guys have home remedies like WikiHow. Have you seen those ones? It's like the most random thing. Yeah. Stop cracking. Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so man, I forgot I was like on a roll.
Yeah, you were.
Just, like, totally,
and it just completely. So now, how do you stay motivated to keep recording
how do I stay motivated?
This, even though your voice keeps cracking?
Because I know I still got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
I still got a message to put out there, you know?
Yeah, I guess what you were trying to say is that there's a standard that you hold yourself to. And because you've placed that standard. So my mom used to tell me this all the time. And when I felt lazy, I would get frustrated with it because it's like, bro, just like leave me alone, you know?
Yeah.
But it was when I did things that were out of character, or like I failed in a certain area where I definitely could have succeeded had I put the effort into it. She would always tell me like, well, you're the one who set the bar high, so that's why I have such a big expectation out of you.
Yeah, and that
you're the one who went and achieved. Yeah.
Because they all, like, if you say you have a really good workout, right? The coach is he's gonna be like, all right, y'all set the bar high, you guys gotta pass that now. Absolutely. And if you go any lower, then that's on you.
Then what's up? Yeah, exactly. Then we gotta take time to really figure out, okay, what's really going on, you know?
And like when I was younger and like getting lectured on like, you gotta be productive. No. I don't want to. I want to just lay down and all that.
I don't want responsibility.
But like now that I'm like older, it just it's just like how parents say, like, when you get to being my age, you'll understand.
You'll understand. Yeah.
And you know, you finally, when you start getting taking on those responsibilities, then you are like, okay, now I see where they're coming from.
Yeah. No, especially given like our personal circumstances, like having so much on our plate and our agenda. There's really not much time to sit around and do nothing without consequence, at least. Yeah. Like you can choose to just do nothing, but it's gonna suck later when you got to take care of those responsibilities. You know. So I guess it's just being responsible, really. Yeah. Like staying motivated or discipline. Discipline is really what it is. It's discipline. Yeah. To sit there and be like, all right, I gotta put in the time. I gotta go ahead and plan out my socials, my marketing, because my businesses are ran through social media. So now I got to plan all of that out. We got to plan our episodes. We got to edit them. We got to, communicate, because we don't live together and we don't film everything, or we don't edit together, So So we're not able to be together. So it's communication, it's discipline. There's a lot more effort that goes into at least giving quality. You know what I'm saying? Because we could do a half-butt job on everything, and it wouldn't amount to anything. You know what I'm saying? Besides, we just got it done. You know? Yeah. It's discipline is what keeps people going. In the health coaching, we offer an education part of the program. So there's 4 components, and one of those components is education, because we try to teach the skills to maintain, your health long term.
Because you guys aren't trying to do it like as a diet. Like you guys want it as a lifestyle.
A lifestyle, exactly. Yeah. So to have a lifestyle, you first have to learn how to maintain that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And in one of the educational material that we offer, it's called the Life Book. And in the Life Book, the very first element or chapter is all about your reason why. And we discussed this recently in our last community call. I had the opportunity, very grateful, I had the opportunity to co-lead that community call. And I was basically just telling them like why it's important to understand your reason why. And I think this is where it becomes easier to stay motivated or keep that discipline, is we really believe that when you have a strong enough reason why, you'll be able to overcome the adversity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because your reason why you do something is your foundation, right? And so the analogy I brought up was, in the Bible it says, the wise man builds his house upon the rock, and the foolish man builds his house upon the sand. You know, basically when the winds blow, the house upon the rock is not going to, move. It has a sturdy, solid foundation. But the house built upon the sand, it's ever changing, ever moving. Sand doesn't stay still. When the wind comes, his foundation will be loosed and his house will be ruined, right? And so for anything you do in life, if you want to be successful in it, you have to have a strong reason why. And it has to be, like you said, personal.
It has to be that foundation.
Exactly. Yeah. And if it's not personal to you, then it's so easy to just be like, I don't care. Yeah. I don't want to. It's so easy to give up if you don't have a strong enough reason why. For some of my clients, or just people in the health program in general, the reason why they want to step into this, a lot of the times it's just, I just want to lose weight.
Yeah, they just focus.
But when they really comes down to it, it's so much deeper than that. And a lot of them, it then turns into, I want to be able to, be there for my kids. I don't want to be, stuck on the couch. You know, I don't want to have to worry about these medications for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to live my life not being able to do anything simply because of my condition, Yeah. And so for a lot of people, it turns into something deeper. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, for anyone that wants to, let's say, start a clothing brand or a business, be an entrepreneur, they want to succeed in athletics, or they want to go places in life, they want to get into that prestigious college, and have their degree and have an amazing career. Everything that you do that you want to be successful in, you have to have a strong reason why. Yeah. And you can have multiple reasons why. The more you have, the more set your foundation is, the easier it will be. Now, things are going to be hard. Life's going to be tough. It's full of challenges.
That's what life is. Yeah.
But if you have a strong reason why, when the winds blow and when situations come, when your expectations aren't met, like I had mentioned, when people don't, follow through how they said they would in whatever way when it comes to supporting you, you'll still be able to say, all right, but I can't give up now. I got to keep going. On the days where you don't feel like getting up to go to practice, on the days where you don't feel like working out after having just come back from a workout, it's especially when you're physically drained. It's a whole nother story, But when you have that mindset of, I got to be disciplined, I got to keep my motivation, it's easier to succeed, and it allows you more opportunity for that, because giving up, now you've lost all chances of reaching that success. But pushing forward gives you different doors and areas, and where maybe it's not the straight path to success that you wanted to, but you can find the other paths, you know what I'm saying? And your other ways to success.
Most of my motivation has been usually toward to like sports and just working out. Yeah. But like as I went through high school and like getting closer to the point where I'm gonna need to start making money. Yeah. Like that motivation is just, it's switched from just not sports. Yeah. Like it's actually like a personal, and trying to, like, I got things to do and I got to achieve that. Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, so like when I did that 21-day challenge. Yeah. And
you killed it, by the way. That was sick.
I was bummed out though, because I was like, well, I'm not bummed out because I'm glad that the people that won, that they did it because they lost. Like,
yeah.
They had a really great transformation. Props to y'all.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I put in a lot of work, man.
Yeah, you did put in a lot of work, bro. You were really good during that season too. I remember because you were really like really trying. I mean, we went to In-N-Out by your house, and I was like, "You want anything?" You're like, "Nah, I can't eat anything. I'm on the challenge." I was like,
"I'm gonna go eat at home, but I'll go with you."
Yeah, yeah.
But
discipline,
dude. Like, cause I knew that it was gonna be a tough challenge, obviously. But I was like, "This ain't nothing new."
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. Like, I can do it. So waking up at like 5 a.m. and working out in the backyard was like, it was very tough.
Yeah,
yeah. It's just like, bro, I could be sleeping right now.
Exactly.
But then when you're actually out there doing it, you're like, wow, I'm doing something while people are sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, I'm putting in that work. And then I kept doing it. Obviously, there was like certain days that I slacked, and I was like, I'm too tired for this. But I knew like later on as the day went on, I was like, I still got to get a workout in, no matter what it is. And then as the days pass and we get to that final day and we take those final result pictures, I was like, man, I didn't really like get to where I wanted. And then I saw the before and after picture, and I was like, wait, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Like,
no,
yeah,
you did. Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys really want to achieve something, work your butt off for it.
Yeah.
Like, eventually it's gonna pay off. Just like me, like I was hating it. It was really like horrible. Yeah. Because it was just like putting your body through that and trying to find that push.
Yeah.
To like work harder.
That motivation. Definitely. Yeah. You know, consistency is another thing.
Consistency. That's something everybody needs.
Yeah. Yeah, consistency is another thing, especially when you want to be successful. If you're inconsistent, it's harder to bring yourself back up. It's so much harder. Like, if you're consistent and you fall, it's easy to bring yourself up because you're already used to it. You know, it's just what you do. You know, but if you're inconsistent and you fall, it's so easy to be like, I mean, I wasn't trying hard to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So consistency is super important in anything, really. I mean, especially now that you're coming into adulthood. I entered adulthood and I'm still trying to navigate it and figure it out, you know. Yeah. Like, let's just talk about money, you know, responsibility. Now I have a few bills that I pay every month, and I have to make sure that I'm maintaining that. I have a brand that I have to have an income for, because if I don't, then I won't be able to continue on my brand. You know what I'm saying? And so for you, like, you're 17, you entered into the Forex market, which is sick. And I'm loving that trend right now with, you know, young adults or teenagers really, and like cryptocurrency or investing and that marketing and all that stuff, because I think it's really cool how at such a young age, like, well, I'm only like a year and a half older than you, but I like at such a young age, everyone is already on, like, they're beginning their grind, you know, like you or our friend Brandon and people like that. And so it's really cool to see, because at 17 or last year, you know, at 17, towards around the time I started turning 18 was when the trend for small businesses started coming along. Yeah. And everyone started a small business. Like, in the second half of 2020 it just boomed. Well, and now it's investing. I think
it was mainly like people they had that time to think. And also they were bored on top of that. So
yeah, definitely. Or I mean, even some people did it out of necessity. You know, it's like, all right, well, I don't have a job anymore. I need some sort of income. So now I'm forget trying to get hired somewhere else. I'm going to start something. And what's great is seeing how a lot of a good majority of the people that I've known since that time that started their small businesses, they've stayed consistent and they've grown. And it's so cool to see the growth of other people. Especially when you guys start at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing their growth and how they stayed motivated through it all. Because I know it's not easy to run a small business. When you're not established, it's so easy to see failure. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not like Nike or Adidas, where it's like you're guaranteed sales.
Especially if you're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
Like how you do.
Yeah.
Like, I give you guys mad props, because
thank you.
Putting in that hours, and
it's tough, man. Yeah, I mean, there was a time where I was making the shirts for one of the ladies' conference at the church. Oh, yeah. And I had about like 80 or 180, something like that. I forgot what the number was, but I had a lot of shirts to make, and I only had like a short like period of time to make them. It probably wasn't smart of me to take on that project at such short notice, but I'm glad I did. I was able to be a blessing to the church. The ladies loved it. They each of them bought one.
That hard work paid off.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was cool is on the last day of the conference, I actually got to go and work the booth for the shirts, and I got so much positive feedback. It was so rewarding. Just that feeling of knowing that it's not about me, glory to God, but like knowing that people like what I had spent so many hours creating. That Monday, I was working in my room, and you can attest to this. My room is hot. Like, for whatever reason, the AC doesn't blow in my room. I don't know why. And so I got my windows open. It's hot. My heat press is at 350 degrees, right? So the heat press is heating up the room. I got my Cricut machine going, and I'm making shirts from 12 in the afternoon till 1 in the morning, bro. I was making shirts all day, and I didn't even finish. I got through about 60 that first day. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it was hot in here. I mean, I was like a sweatshop, dude. And for me, keeping what kept me motivated was just this is not for me. It's to bless the church. It's to bless the ladies. Because I'll be honest with you, bro, there was about a good like those last 4 hours, dude, where I was working literally like a zombie, bro, just going through it, not even thinking anymore. I had whatever I had on YouTube was playing in the background.
It was like your muscle memory was just
literally I was just okay, I gotta load the machine with a new page of vinyl. I gotta weed this page, set up that shirt. Once that shirt's set up, I gotta mark the ruling for the where the design's gonna be placed, 3 inches down the collar. And then I gotta press that shirt. As that shirt's pressing, I gotta ready the next shirt, unload that one, finish reading this design, take that shirt out. And it was just constantly going around in circles in my room, and it was like, bro, like just working like a zombie, bro.
It's like those movies when they're like industrial workers.
Yeah, and they're just working the line
back to back, and it's like a time lapse.
Exactly. Yeah. That's literally what was going on.
Yeah.
And like for a lot of people, and this is not to make me sound or look good, but like for a lot of people, that's hard. Yeah, you know, like it was. I mean, it was hard for me, bro.
People,
you know, and so when I see other people succeeding, like in small business and stuff like that, it's so cool because it's like I know what it takes.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that they're putting in the work and the effort, and it's so cool to see when they're succeeding. You know, because maybe their motivation is drawn from somewhere else. You know, like I said, some people they do what they do out of necessity, right? The reason I did Smile Bright was because I always had the idea of starting a clothing brand. You know, me and my friend Brandon, we thought of the idea at 14. Then at 16, you know, keep your smiles bright hashtag. I made that on Instagram, and then we start with the motivational videos and trying to inspire people. And then at 18, it's like, all right, well, I want a clothing brand and I still want to inspire people. So let's just put them together. So now Smile Bright Apparel is all about love, positivity, happiness for everyone, you know? And so like I did it out of the desire to do it, you know, because I wanted to, because it seemed like it would be really cool to inspire people and, you know, help people out. But other people, they do it out of necessity. And so wherever you draw your motivation from, that, again, your foundation, very important. So if your motivation for doing something comes from necessity, then succeed because you need to, you know. If your motivation comes from desire, then succeed because you want to, you know. But eventually you have to get to a point where you need to and want to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And you have to balance them out, obviously, because let's say, you know, you don't have to think of it as my life depends on my success, you know.
Well, if you do that, you'll get too greedy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Or even just you might not be able to overcome the adversity, you know, when you take it as a life or death situation. You know, some people, it works for them. Like some people will be like, no, I need to do this, otherwise I can't. You know,
exactly.
I won't be able to do anything. And they can take that kind of motivation and run with it. So it's really different for every person. And so wherever you draw your motivation from, you know, just keep that close to your heart. And like you said, take it personal, you know, and find your success. Learn from your mistakes. You know how many times I failed in multiple areas of just being an entrepreneur? My first 2 months as a health coach, March and April, I had one client for 2 months straight. And it wasn't until May where I was like, bro, I'm sick of like not having any results. I'm posting on Instagram. Yeah, I'm talking about it in my close circles. But what action am I really taking? You know what I'm saying? And so it wasn't until May where I talked to my mentor and I was like, all right, well, what do I need to do? And so he invites me to a challenge, and it's called an ED Blitz, and I'm still in the middle of that challenge. It ends in a couple weeks. And when I joined that challenge, so I was waking up at 5 a.m. every morning for a coach's training. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, I'd much rather have slept. The last few days of that thing, I slept through my alarm, but I put in the work. I still went and found that we call it a power hour, where basically you just put in a bunch of work in 1 hour. And so we were doing a lot of training in the morning at 5 a.m. And I was like, bro, this sucks, man. I don't want to be awake right now. I don't look good. I don't feel good. I'd rather be asleep. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on Zoom calls and they're like, hey, we got to keep the cameras on. We're a family here. Totally understandable. I love those guys. It's a great community. And it's like, I don't want to be on camera right now. My face is all puffy. I just woke up. My eyes are all watery. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. I look high. It's so bad, dude. I'm just like, man, I don't want to be here right now. But it wasn't until then. And then I picked up like 3 more clients in the month of May. And then 2 more last month. And then I'm looking to add as many as possible this month, Yeah. And just being able to find that success and put in the work, because something like a health coaching business, it's like people want accountability. They want to know that you're a credible source for finding their health, right? So having only 5 clients right now, it's like I can't expect people to just be like, let me hop on program, because, they haven't seen too many results to where they can be like, oh, Optavia as a company has seen tons of results. Yeah. Our coaching team has helped 1,500 plus people in the last 3 years, But me personally, as their coach, they don't know that, until they come and ask. So people want credibility. And so I guess they called it a 3-month kind of period business, where it's like you'll talk to people, people are always paying attention, right? And I guess what I'm trying to bring up is how to stay motivated in something like this is people are paying attention all the time. They're looking at what I'm posting. They're seeing that I'm talking about health. They're seeing the transformation stories that I'm sharing. But for a lot of people, it's, well, I don't want to reach out yet. They're waiting for that moment, that opportunity. And so having perspective on that, right? I think it's one of my friends, his name is Brian Brister, amazing coach. He has an amazing transformation story. He mentioned in one of our trainings that this is a 3-month kind of business where in the very beginning you'll plant the seed, and for the next 3 months you got to cultivate it. Mm-hmm. Because not everyone is going to be an immediate yes. Not everyone is going to be like, yeah, let me jump on board and change my life for the better. A lot of people are just comfortable where they're at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people lack the motivation, or they lack the discipline. They have an idea of what they want, but they really don't know what it takes to put in. And when you give them that perspective of what it takes to get there, a lot of people are just like, I'd rather not. Yeah, I'm comfortable with my lifestyle. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though in the long term it would benefit them. Yeah. And so as a health coach, staying motivated is just having that perspective and understanding, like, all right, well, for every person that doesn't say yes now, we'll just consider them a not yet. Yeah. Or maybe later, unless they, and honestly, no, I don't even take no as a no, I'm not going to be like, hey guy, you want to join now? You want to join, but it's more so just, okay, well, every now and then I'll send you a transformation, or you'll see my story, my page. And when you're ready, I'm here and I'm available to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's just being willing to stick it out. That's another key. Yeah. For staying motivated is being willing to stick it out, and knowing that in the end, regardless of what's happening now, it'll all be worth it at some point. Whether you see that success in the beginning, in the middle, or the end, wherever it's at for you, at some point, it'll all be worth it. Yeah. So put in the work, put in the hours. I mean, you can attest to this, bro. I mean, you put in the work, you put in the hours. I mean, your dad is out there working out with you, mm-hmm. And like for your football stuff, like even when, like how you said in the last episode, last season for football was more so on you. Yeah. You were personally taking the time to put in the work, Yeah,
and it wasn't like I was having somebody. Yeah. Not force me, but like mm-hmm. tell me like, come on, we need to go work. Like, you gotta go work. It was like, but yeah, that's why I like the health coach field mm-hmm. of things, because you're helping others, mm-hmm. and just to know that like wow, I did that, and I helped them
yeah.
to reach their goal, and then be like, that's kind of like my main goal is to like, I want to see people succeed.
Absolutely.
That I know.
Yeah.
And like, well, even people that I don't know.
Don't know.
Like,
yeah.
I wish the best for anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, like me putting in like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Just to make that just to go from where I didn't like where I was.
Yeah.
And then just being who I am now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just got to be consistent.
Yeah. Make
sure that this motivation that you have is personal and it hits deep.
Yeah. Because
if not, then you're just going to be doing it just to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and just, again, having the foundation, your strong reason why, and just really believing in yourself. Yeah. I think for a lot of people, they don't understand what they're capable of.
Everybody's capable of special things, bro. Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, the turning point is just finding out, oh, man, like, I can be successful. Yeah. I can do this. For a lot of people, they just need the opportunity to try.
Yeah. Like, I haven't, the first year of me, like, working out, it was very, like, hard personally because I was, like, I wasn't personally seeing the results. People were seeing them, but I wasn't. Yeah. And it was bothering me, and I was like, dude, I'm putting all of this work. Like, what's wrong? Yeah. And then the second year comes, and then it was like, okay, I start to see it. But, like, when I got to the point where I was like, oh, it did pay off. Yeah. Like, that, it calms you down, and it's just like, I did that. Yeah. Like, you're proud of yourself. And what I want to tell people is that, when you're consistent and you put in the work and the time, like we said, everything will pay off, and you will be proud of yourself, and you will feel good. And that's what most people want. Yeah, this is just to feel good about themselves. Feel good about themselves, and that's what people need. Yeah. Yeah, and you never know unless you try. Exactly. You never know unless you try. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I had not taken the opportunities that God had placed before me. Yeah. With the clothing brand, I could have easily been like, bro, I don't know how to run a business. Like, I don't got the funds to run a business. The only reason I was able to start Smile Bright when I did was because I got birthday and graduation money. Yeah. I invested $1,200 and 3 months of research into the brand before I ever sold a single T-shirt. And I could have easily been like, this is the most money I've ever had at once. I had like $2,300. I could have went and spent it on anything else. I could have been like, I don't feel like, starting a business right now. I want to just keep my money, But, you never know unless you try. With the health coaching, I'll be honest, I brushed it off in the beginning. I was like, oh, that's cool. But for someone else, not me. Yeah. I already got my own idea of what I want to do. And it wasn't until I sat down and had that first conversation with my mentor. He's actually a really good friend of mine. His name is Jeff. Great guy. And it wasn't until he really explained to me what health coaching consisted of and the opportunities it would open up for me as just not even just for health coaching, but in my business with the clothing brand. I was like, oh, dude, like, this is sick. Like, this is a real opportunity not only to find personal success, but to help others find theirs. Yeah. But I never would have found that out had I never tried. Had I never taken the opportunity to hear him out, and hear what really is being offered to me. Yeah. Because for a lot of people, they don't understand that when success is being offered to them, they don't recognize it. Yeah. Because it's like, well, in my own experience, I've never seen this, so I've never had that. And so for some people, they don't think it's possible to see that success or reach that success because, let's say, their credentials, their background, where they grew up, the color of their skin, their ethnicity, all that. And so they think they're barred from certain opportunities. Yeah. But again, you never know unless you try. Well, you have to go out and find it too sometimes.
Exactly. And sometimes you got to make your opportunities. Exactly. Sometimes you got to just make it happen.
But there's like everything happens for a reason.
For sure.
No matter what it is. Yeah. So even if it's like it takes you a while to do that. Like, just
trust the process.
Exactly. Yeah. Trust the process.
Trust the process, man. Yeah. Yeah. Because honestly, like, where I would like to be, in the future, is I want to be able to not be rich, but live comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel, to me, being rich is overrated. Yeah. That's just me. Or at least having the luxurious lifestyle. That's overrated to me.
That's what I was going to, like, the nice clothes and all that. Like, I've been okay. Like, I've never really wanted that because I've been blessed with what I have. And I don't need much. Like, I'm good. Yeah. I've been really happy with where I'm at. Like,
taken care of, for sure.
Obviously, there's room to grow. Obviously. But that lifestyle is just
it's just overrated. Yeah. To me, it's not worth it.
I've seen people who have that lifestyle and are not happy.
Yeah.
And it's like
miserable.
Yeah, and it's like, was it really worth it? Like, to buy
absolutely.
all that and I understand they buy that stuff just to probably feel happy. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, like a quick fix, in the material, for sure. Now, to me, being, like I said, the luxurious lifestyle, the luxurious lifestyle is overrated to me. I just want to live comfortably. Yeah. I want to be able to give back to my church family, my community, my own family, be able to help out, and some people are motivated by the luxurious lifestyle. I want the nice car, I want the nice house.
If that's what motivates you, do it.
Take it and run with it.
Because then you're gonna be successful. Like, that's But
however you find your success, find it. Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to cut corners and cheat, lie, steal, anything like that. Yeah. We want to be, I guess you can say, integrable with our success. For sure.
So you said your goal is to give back and live comfortably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing with me, is I just want to spread our word. Yeah. And just help as many people as I can.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Money and everything, that's cool, and that will come with it. But if by the end of my life, and I can say that I help people, then I lived a great life. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just to know that, you positively impacted other people's lives. It's a different kind of feeling, like giving back to people. Like it's so funny being younger. Like being a little kid, hearing like around Christmas time, oh, it's better to give than to receive. And it's like heck nah, bro. I want all these toys. I want all the gift cards. And it's like I don't want to give, bro. I want to receive. And as you get older, it's like, nah, man, it is better to give to receive. Being able to like be a blessing unto other people, like that's a form of motivation in and of itself. Yeah. And it's just such a rewarding feeling. Not even to go and be like, oh yeah, but I helped them out when they needed me the most, so they better have my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even to have it turn around. Like, just literally knowing that I was able to help someone out.
Yeah, even if I can help somebody start like back on their feet.
Yeah, again, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, need sometimes, man.
Even with like, and this is where again I say you never know unless you try. I didn't come into Smile Bright expecting people to be like, hey man, how'd you start your business? How do you run your business? I want to run my business like yours, because I didn't know how to run a business. I really didn't know what I was doing, and even now I'm still learning and navigating through being an entrepreneur and having a small business. Yesterday I was on the phone with one of my friends from another church over in a different district, and because she wants to start a business, and so she was asking me about the machines, what it took, and it's crazy that, I started Smile Bright wanting to inspire people, and I guess you could say that was a form of inspiring someone. Now they want to start a business, and so now they're looking to me for help, when it's like, bro, I just make shirts out of my room, and I just try to inspire people by making shirts out of my room, and now they're turning to me, someone who's new to entrepreneurship, instead of like a professional that's been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that would be more qualified, in my opinion, like more qualified to help them out, but I guess they appreciate what I'm doing, or, however you want to, look at that. And so they're turning to me, and like I said, I'm nobody.
And I'm pretty sure that made you feel good, because you're like, they could have went to anybody else. And
it's cool to be able to help people and, share with them like how to get successful, and how to get into a place where you can live out your goals and your dreams and your passions, Yeah. So yeah, it's just cool to know that, people, I guess you can say, they're inspired by you, and the things that you do. And again, that's another form of motivation, just being able to inspire people, and not to say, oh, look at me, I'm an influencer, I'm somebody important, I know I'm not, I don't claim to be anyone, important. From dust I came, to dust I shall return. All glory and honor belongs to God. I'm not worthy of receiving none of that. And I try to come from a place of humility, because I have been the cocky, boastful guy before. Yeah. I had to stop Keep Your Smiles Bright for a season, because and I remember vividly, I'm walking home from school after practice one day, and as I'm crossing the street, these girls are all like, hey, I know you from TikTok. You know, and it's like, what the heck? I have like.
Was it that video that you posted and it was like?
It's about me and Noah.
Yeah.
And it blew up.
It
Yeah. They're like, oh, I know you from TikTok, and I'm like, oh shoot, like people are recognizing me on the streets. That year on my 16th birthday, cause it was. Wait, no, my 17th birthday. It was the first birthday I had at school because my birthday is at the end of August, but usually school would start in early September. And I remember people were coming up to me telling me happy birthday. I had never once seen these people in my life. Never once, you know, talked to them, had a conversation with them. And they were like, oh, happy birthday, man. Like, you know, so I thought it was somebody, you know, and I had to stop because I realized, like, I can't have that arrogant, prideful attitude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so then I really had to take a step back and come back to my foundation. Why am I doing this? Because for a season, it became to make me look good, to, you know, so that I can go around and be somebody, you know? Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be somebody so long as you're humble about it. You know, you can be that somebody that helps other people, you know, but if you're just that somebody that only wants to benefit themselves, then, you know, it's not as respectable, I guess you can say. And so I had to take a step back and look at my foundation. You know, why am I making these motivational videos? Why am I trying to inspire people? You know, and so now I'm in a place where, like we've said many times, I just want to be able to inspire people so that those people can be inspired and that they can find inspiration in themselves as well, you know, and that they can go and do the things that they would want to do in their life, and they want to be able to find success. Then let's help them find success, you know? And so it's really just rewarding, you know, knowing that we're able to help people in any way that we can, you know, and not even that what we have to say is so valuable and you guys better pay attention because I'm gonna give you a good nugget. You know, it's not anything like that. You know, we're 17 and 18. I mean, we haven't experienced all that much, you know, to where we can be the wisest men in the world and where people, you know, want to sit there and listen to what we have to say, you know. But for those that do take the time to listen, you know, we hope that we give you valuable information, you know, or at least something that makes you like take a step back and think for a second, you know. Yeah. And again, find success. Reach out to people that you know that are successful. Find motivation in wherever you find your motivation, you know. Yeah. But if you want to stay successful, if you want to continue on your journey, when you find your motivation, implement your discipline and stay consistent. The Bible says to seek wise counsel, and that applies to anything, not even just your relationship with God or the spiritual things, but like if you know someone's successful, talk to them about how they're successful. You know, find areas and opportunities to grow and to learn. If all you do is research for the next year and a half before you start implementing any of that research into your success, then do your research. Whatever period of learning and growing it takes for you to come into a place where you can implement that towards your success, by all means, take your time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're younger, you know, being 17, if you wanted to take a break from the Forex market, you know, as far as like trading, and just study it and just become an expert at it, and then come back and just make your way to the top, then like that's an opportunity. And
that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah. I'm not hopping in straight away. Like, yeah, I want to know what about you're doing. It before.
For sure.
It's a risky thing, but
yeah, definitely
it can pay off.
Absolutely. Yeah. It'll all be worth it. At one point, everything that you went through, all the hardship, all the trials, all the failures, the learning opportunities, it will all be worth it because one day you will see the success, however long it lasts, you know. Yeah. As long as you keep sowing, you're going to reap the benefits. Yeah. You know?
And I'm like, my thing is like, why I push myself so hard is because I'm like, well, that person, they're pushing themselves as hard and they're getting the results. So I need to work either harder. Go beyond or work as hard as them. And, you know, that's why I am where I am today because I can. That's why I'm kind of glad that I have my mindset because if I didn't, like, I don't know what I'd be doing now. Yeah, definitely. Like with anything. Even with this podcast, bro. Like, I'm going to just put it out there, but like editing. Yeah. It's such a hassle.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy.
Dude, I was editing just 6 minutes. Took me like 2-3 hours. Bro.
Yeah. Matching the audio with the visual and all that. Yeah, for sure.
Like even that little piece that I had, like, just seeing it and how it just worked out. And I was like, it paid off.
Paid off. It's rewarding. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And, you know, we're going to work harder. I'm going to work harder.
Yeah.
so we can get videos out with the audio.
Yeah. With the visuals and
just
the
so
audio,
we can improve GoGoJuice.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah, always growing, always looking to improve.
Because we're only 3 episodes in.
We're 3 episodes
We're not even like pros at this. We haven't even been a year.
yeah, seriously. It's been 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah, it's only been 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks, which is crazy to think about, but yeah.
Yeah.
If this is your first time tuning into our show, make sure you guys check out the other episodes. If you don't know who we are, episode 1 is our introduction. Our last episode, we talked about anime and athletics.
Yes.
That gives you a bit more idea of who we are, what we like, and what we're
really recommend you guys watch the second episode toward the end.
Towards the end, for sure.
We had some
good nuggets in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, our goal for the podcast is, one, obviously to entertain. We talked about this in the first episode. Laughter is the best medicine. And a lot of people are feeling down lately, given to the circumstances going on in the world or even in people's personal lives at home. And so we want to be able to, just help you guys get through your day, and we want to be a bit entertaining. But we also want to give you valuable information. The 3 things that we focus on are inspiring, motivating, and challenging people, and that's kind of our goal as a whole with this podcast. And so today we really took into the motivation aspect of our 3 goals, Yeah. And we hope that obviously, this could maybe be a form of motivation to you, or challenging to you, Sometimes we just need a good challenge.
Yeah.
And not to be like a shameless plug, but, if you need a challenge, I just started a challenge. It's called Sia's Summer Challenge over on Instagram. And basically the challenge is to drink 64 plus ounces of water a day and get in at least 1 hour of physical activity per week for the month of July. And the goal behind this is to just see how much improvement you can have with just 2 basic habits of health. Yeah. Hydration and physical activity. Super important, but they're very missed out. Especially hydration. A lot of people don't think water is important. If you knew the benefits of just drinking water, like a lot of water a day, then you'd be like, oh, dude, I need to be drinking my water.
It's crazy. It's like, I need more than a gallon.
Because you're always active.
I'm burning it up.
Yeah,
it's all
absolutely.
Going away. But yeah, I like challenges. They can show you how you are and how you're gonna work throughout this challenge, and that's why I recommend take on those challenges, like give it your all. You know what? Because then you even if you don't succeed, you'll learn where you can go,
step out of your comfort zone,
and then you can work harder to improve. And that's why I love challenges.
Absolutely. Again, you never know unless you try.
Exactly.
And you may not be successful in everything, but like you said, it's an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow. You'll never know what you're capable of unless you figure it out for yourself. And you may have a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurity in your abilities, simply because you're too scared to go and implement that somewhere or find out what it is. So take on those challenges, push yourself, step out of your comfort zone. The only time you're ever going to grow is when you're uncomfortable. It's called growing pains, and
that was tight. That was
cool. Thanks. That's really the only way you're going to find out what you're truly made of and what you can really do, Exactly. So whether it be, high school athletics or stepping into a place to find passive income or having a small business, a podcast, no matter what you're looking forward to or trying to do, step out and try it. And if you don't find success at first, keep trying and keep trying until you find success. And if it's not the way you thought it was going to go, then you got to take a step back, learn, grow, and then come back into it, But I think that's about it for today. Again, we hope we motivate and inspire you guys and really challenge you guys to find out for yourself how successful you can be. If there's anything that we want to come out of this podcast, it's to know that it benefited other people. That's the main goal. But again, we love you guys and we hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you would like to. Yes, we appreciate the feedback. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. If there are any topics, you guys need to
talk to us. Just
exactly.
Let us know.
If there's any topics that you would like for us to talk about, discuss, or you just want to hear about on the podcast, go ahead and leave that in a comment below, and we will do our best to implement that in later episodes. But other than that, I think we're good for today. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We love you guys. Make sure you guys tune into next week's episode. And if you haven't already gotten a chance to, check out last week's episode and episode 1. And go ahead and share that with other people. We want to reach as many people as we can. But yeah, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. We believe in you guys. We know you got this. You will find success. You just got to believe in yourself.
You guys will be great.
Exactly. Believe in yourself. Stay motivated. Stay consistent. Implement that discipline and keep pushing forward. Have a great one, guys. Peace.